'Cause if you want to be right here, 'cause I need.
Hey guys, so this video is going to be showing you a DIY of how to make cute little jars out of food jars. I got this idea off of Pinterest, and I actually made these jars for some people for Christmas presents, and I really liked how they turned out, and I actually made me some. The idea was make a brush jar holder, and these jars for this video are actually, you can use them for anything, and I really love how they turned out. It could be guys making these jars for their girlfriends, because come on, we girls have a lot of makeup brushes and we don't know where to put them, and so these are just cute little things, and your girlfriends will like them because you made them, and I just think they're really cute. And if you don't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, then you can just make these for your friends, because I actually made them for my family and I'm making them for my friends, and I think they're just so cute, and I just love them because they're all sparkly and glittery. And just FYI, this DIY is a mess, so make sure you have like paper out, because you're going to be messing with glitter and paint and some sprays. Just FYI, it does get messy, but it turns out so cute. I hope you like this DIY. If you want me to keep doing DIYs, just comment below and I'll think of more DIYs to do. And if you like these kind of videos, then just comment below and like this video. See you guys next video. Bye guys. So the first thing that you need is a glass jar. You can buy these anywhere for cheap. This jar is actually a cheese dip jar, and I just cleaned it out and took the wrapper off, and there is a jar that I already paid for and I'm reusing. So now I'm going to take the paint and just paint on the glass jar. You can have it any other color, you can have it purple, you can have it pink, you can have it red, but I am painting it pink because it is the color of Valentine's. You can see that I'm not painting the bottom, and this is optional for you. The first jar that I've ever painted, I did paint the bottom, and the ones after that I did not paint the bottom. You can paint the bottom, it doesn't really matter. It's going to take longer to dry because you're going to have to wait until the bottom dries until you can paint it again, so that's why I do not paint the bottom, and it does look fine without a bottom. Now after I painted my jars, I'm just going to let them sit until they're fully dried. You don't want to do the next step. You don't want to paint them over again while they're wet. So this might take about 20 to 25 minutes. It just depends. After I did my second coat, I waited for them to dry again, and then as you see, I'm taking a plain white paper. It doesn't matter what kind of paper it is, it just needs to be a paper. So I am taking and I am positioning the paper where I want the glitter to be, where halfway down the jar I want it to be glittery. So as you can see, and this might take some time because you want to make sure all the way around is even and not one side is up more or lower more. So you just want to make sure that it's all even all the way around, and you want to make sure the papers come together the same length, so it's just not, so it doesn't look bad. So once I got the position and where I want the paper to be, I'm going to tape it onto the paper, and I advise you to tape the paper horizontally and not vertically, because it'll be easier to take off of the paper when you're done using the paper, because if you put it on vertically, I just feel like that's harder, but that's why I put it on horizontally. So once I'm done taping the paper onto the glass jar, and advise you the paper is not taped to the jar, the paper is just on the jar for where I want the glitter to be. And as you can see, you want some glitter. It doesn't matter what color you want. I have some silver. Using adhesive spray, it doesn't matter what kind. You can find it at Hobby Lobby or Joann Fabrics. Just get some spray. So I'm going to be spraying this at the bottom. Do not do this indoors because it will smell bad, so go outside and spray. So after I'm done spraying the bottom of my jar, I'm actually going to be taking my glitter, and make sure you have the paper under your jar so you can reuse your glitter, because you're going to be dumping a lot. As you can see, I'm dumping a lot of glitter to make sure I get the whole jar covered with glitter. And you want the paper underneath so you can reuse, because that is a lot of glitter if you do it over a trash can, and that's such a waste. And it's easy to reuse, so I'm just making sure I'm getting all the spots that are covered. And now after that, I am actually shaking my jar and tapping it just to make sure I get all the glitter off that is not sticking to the jar. So after that, I'm just going to put this aside, and then you see the paper filled with glitter that I did not use. After I'm done dumping all the extra glitter back into its bottle, I'm going to be taking the jar and actually taking the paper and tape off the jar, and then you'll see what it just did. And be extremely careful with this so you don't mess up the glitter, and as you see, the paper is ripping, so you just gotta be careful because you want that crisp line. And this is what the paper does to the jar. So you get that fine crisp line, and there may be some glitter spots, but you can just shake them off or you can paint them over. So this is what my jar looks like now. So now you want a spray that will set the glitter onto the jar so the glitter doesn't fall off when you touch it. And this bottle I'm using Crystal Clear, which I think helps, so just buy a spray that sets in the glitter. Next, you're going to need scissors and a type of ribbon that you want. It can be small, it can be any color, but I've been using black. Now you're going to be taking the ribbon and actually measuring how wide the jar is, so you know how much you need to cut off so you can be gluing it onto the jar. You are going to be using hot glue gun, so make sure you have a parent around if you do not know how to handle these. So you are going to put the ribbon halfway onto the pink of the jar and halfway on the glitter, so it's halfway, so you are covering the line. We're going to glue the ends of the ribbon onto the jar so it can stay. And you want to make sure that the ribbon is even on both of the glitter and the pink on the jar. Next, you are going to take some ribbon and you are going to make a bow. And if you do not know how to make a bow, then I really don't know how to explain how to make a bow, so you can YouTube it how to make your own bow. And if someone else knows how to make a bow, you just need a bow to put on the jar. So after making my bow that I want to put onto my jar, I'm just gonna put some glue on it, and then I'm going to be sticking it onto my jar. And where I'm going to be sticking my bow is right where the ends of the ribbon were, so you can hide that so it does not look bad. And after I stick the bow on, I'm actually just going to clean up the ends, like little strings off of the ribbon, and I'm just going to be positioning my bow where I want it to be. And if it's a little weird, you can glue it to the jar so it can stay intact. And you can also use the spray that you used to settle the glitter in. You can also settle the bow in so it doesn't move around when it's in wind. And there you have it. You have a beautiful jar that you can give to your girlfriend, or you can give it to your friends. I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.